Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Maydaysan talk show. And today we are going to be talking about Halloween. And first things first, before we start, I'd like to thank all my patrons for supporting the channel. We got some good goodies in there. We got the Maydaysan DLC packs with a bunch of ringtones you can use for your phones, including the Hello, my name is Haru free gift on there. We also got the supplementary course to kanji of relearn Japanese, kanji buff on there to help you learn your kanji in a little bit more of a fun way. And we also have some plans to make relearn Japanese into a book PDF kind of format for those who want to study it in a more concise way. But I want to make that a goodie for those who support the channel, who go the extra mile to support the channel. Of course, not you. Anyone who's watching this video is supporting the channel. I just want to reward those who, go the extra mile for your boy. But anyway, let's talk about Halloween. And I want to talk about what it means to people here in Japan. Number one, it means commercialism. Just like in America and Canada, we don't really care about Halloween as a holy holiday, as a day for the spirits to come out and stuff like that. Man just want to go in a costume and go trick-or-treating. So for those of you who don't know, in Japan, there's no trick-or-treating culture here at all. There is slogans and commercialism surrounding trick-or-treating, yes. So you'll see products in mid-July promoting Halloween trick-or-treat, even though they don't even do it here in Japan. I actually heard in some places, in like some mansions and stuff like that, they kind of do it. But with Rona going around this year, I don't think it's going to be happening. But yeah, Halloween is not a really big deal here at all in Japan, aside from one exception we'll get to. Also, pumpkin spice latte is not a thing here in Japan either. So, sorry, Starbucks lovers. You're not going to be getting any pumpkin spice lattes here. But I heard Tully's actually provide some of that. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, there isn't really much to do with Halloween here, except for Shibuya Halloween. And I've looked on the internet recently and I've saw some stuff about Halloween and saying, no Shibuya Halloween, let's enjoy virtual Halloween. Number one, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to happen. It's going to happen. Last year, they tried to shut down Halloween and by closing izakayas and local konbinis in the local area of the Shibuya party square, we'll call it. And mans are still out. Because the year before that, they tipped over a truck or something like that. Everybody was drunk or whatever, and Halloween was just a goddamn mess. And it is every year. It's a crowd. It's a cluster fun, and it ain't it, Chief. It ain't it. But this year is going to be even worse because of Roni. It's just going to be a cluster, like an actual cluster. I'm going to tell you, an actual cluster of Roni, and that is going to be a disaster. And I know how much they're trying to urge people to not go out for Halloween, but there's always going to be a group of people who don't listen to that and will go out. Because Japan at this point is pretty complacent, and we've kind of gotten used to the new normal of Corona. As opposed to America and Canada, which they had to go back a couple stages. But we've always had social distancing here, and we've always had mass culture. So Japan honestly just feels like one up of its culture. Like it's just regular Japan and some. That's basically how we're dealing with Roni here. And because of that, and because people aren't afraid of the virus anymore, I don't think they're going to be afraid to go out for Shibuya. Because they'll just say, well, if I wear a mask, I'll be fine. And if they're just going to go out to drink, I'll be fine. And of course, there are going to be people who won't be wearing masks as well. So Shibuya is not going to be a fun time. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be a goddamn mess. They want you to do it at home, and they want you to practice Halloween at home and do a virtual party. Bro, let me tell you right now, people aren't having virtual izakayas either. Mans are going out to the izakayas and taking off their masks because everybody has the plastic screens and stuff. I've done it myself. Nobody's going to do that, bro. If they're going out to izakayas, they're going out to Halloween. Halloween is like the biggest party of the year, basically. It's the biggest party of the year for Party P, next to New Year's. Even New Year's isn't that bad because New Year's you go with the purpose and you kind of go into like shrines and stuff. But Halloween, bro, you're going there to get drunk and party and nampa. That's basically what it is. And I'll tell you about my experience when I went about 3 years ago. My first time ever going to Shibuya, and god damn, it was a cluster. It was just a cluster fun. And it was crowded. I could barely move. And there's a lot of cute girls there. There's a lot of funny guys dressed up as like fleshlights. There was Abe-san. I remember there's Pink Guy when Pink Guy was also there. There's a bunch of like Yakuza was also there chilling. I could 100% for sure. I remember seeing like cars with hydraulics and stuff like that. And the hardest part about Shibuya Halloween is not the crowds. It's not being able to get drinks. It's not the party. It's being able to find the goddamn bathroom because you weren't being able to. And I admit that I couldn't wait in line for certain establishments. So I kind of thought of a solution on my own, which I won't disclose here, and I'm pretty sure you guys can know what I'm talking about. But finding the bathroom was the hardest thing to do there. And also, it was crazy. I remember, and I was there with my boys, there was like a fight that broke out in front of the McDonald's. Like the McDonald's, there was like a huge fight, and then like these mans were fighting each other. I was like, oh my God. And I think I remember like not being able to go home, and we had to go sit in a karaoke with these people I didn't even know. And that was the first time I ever spent sleeping in a karaoke because I couldn't get home on time. And I was living in Saitama at the time, so I wasn't able to actually just go home. And you're like, I'm going to catch my last train. If you're going to Shibuya Halloween, you're not coming back. You're not coming back. All right, that's a one-way trip until next morning. Either way, there's no point going. If you're coming from a different prefecture and you don't live in Shibuya or Minatoku or whatever, then you be prepared to stay out all night. That being said, this year, I don't know how it's going to turn out. There might even be police. I'm pretty sure the police are going to show up. They're going to be there and trying to send everybody home. They're going to try to do that. They can't legally do that, but they're going to discourage a lot of people. They're going to be discouraging a lot of people and telling them to go home. Just like when Roni broke out back in like March and April, they were telling people to go home who were going to the Kabyakura, to the red light district. They were sending those people home too. So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen again. Some of my friends want to go. I'm like, are you crazy, bro? Bro, after Halloween in November, Tokyo is going to see numbers up to like 400. 100%. 400 again. And it's going to be dangerous to go to Tokyo again. Even with the new normal. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening to my podcast today. I love you. And that's all I have to say. Have a good night.